Right now at noon, a look at what's at stake as the state assembly prepares to vote on whether to keep or repeal Wisconsin's mask mandate. And after a month of COVID vaccines being available, an update on how many Dane County residents have gotten the shot.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in. The Republican-controlled Assembly is set to repeal Governor Evers' mask mandate today. The move would jeopardize $49 million in federal food assistance, brush aside warnings from health experts, and make Wisconsin one of only 10 states without a statewide order. Republicans who voted to repeal the ban say life won't change much because businesses, schools, clinics, churches, and other places will still require people to wear masks. To the weather now. Cold today and maybe some snow this upcoming weekend. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first warn forecast. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Mark. We've had a quiet couple of days, but I want to say I've changed up the background from the fireplace to now falling snow, and that could be the scene that we see about 3 days from now once again as we move into the weekend. A live look outside right now. We have abundant sunshine, but clouds have been slowly trying to filter in as we have gone through the morning and now into the afternoon. Now, Doppler track is relatively quiet. There's a weak little disturbance maybe bringing some flurries to parts of central Wisconsin. I expect that to bypass us as we go through the afternoon. Here's a wider view just showing you how small and really dying out that system truly is. Current conditions right now, you see more of that cloud cover. Temperatures are at 14 degrees. We will continue to gradually warm things up into the upper teens for your highs today, but check out those winds. They're coming out of the south. We're going to see more of a southerly wind today and into tomorrow and into parts of Saturday as well. What that's doing is it's bringing moisture our direction. As that moisture moves our direction, there's another system that's ready to unzip that as we start to move in towards Saturday night and into Sunday. But for now, enjoy the mix of sun and clouds that's out there. Temperatures stay into the teens. We'll talk more about that next chance for accumulating snow in about 15 minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. Dane County health officials are reflecting on how far we've come in the pandemic.
We're at this place today where we have as many people vaccinated against COVID in Dane County as we've had people who have tested positive. It took a year for approximately 37,600 people to test positive for COVID. In just 1 month, 38,660 Dane County residents have been immunized with at least 1 dose of vaccine.
She says 7% of Dane County's population and nearly 10% of the county's 65 and older age group have gotten at least 1 dose of the vaccine. There's a new warning of dire months ahead. 83,000 people have died in January, the deadliest month of the pandemic so far. The CDC projects another 85,000 could die in the next 3 weeks. The problem persists at vaccination sites nationwide: long lines, cancellations, and supply shortages. FEMA has requested up to 10,000 service members from the Defense Department to help staff as many as 100 vaccination sites nationwide. Part of the Biden administration's COVID response plan is focused on reopening schools with a goal of getting a majority of K through 8 grade schools safely open in his first 100 days.
100 days to get kids back in school is not quick enough. Schools closed is a national emergency.
And a recent CDC study says there's little evidence for transmission in schools where precautions are met, like mandatory masks, physical distancing, and improved ventilation. But some teachers' unions say school systems do not have these COVID-19 precautions in place for a safe reopening. The CDC is urging people to get their second dose of the COVID vaccine on time. That would be 3 weeks later for the Pfizer vaccine and 4 weeks later for the Moderna vaccine. The CDC says the most common side effects are pain, swelling, and redness in the arm. After the second dose, common side effects have been chills, tiredness, and headache. Most side effects have been mild to moderate and go away within a few days. President Biden is set to reopen enrollment for Obamacare today. It's part of a series of executive actions on health care, and it's a first step toward making good on a campaign promise to boost the Affordable Care Act. It comes at a time when more Americans could be facing a loss of health coverage because of pandemic-related economic turmoil. The Trump administration cut open enrollment on the federal exchange in half to 6 weeks. It ended on December 15th, but Biden has the power to open it back up. The Department of Homeland Security issued a new terror bulletin warning about the persistent threat of more violence in the wake of the deadly assault on the U.S. Capitol. Natalie Brand reports.
The new alert from Homeland Security does not cite a specific credible plot, but it does warn more violence is possible against government buildings and elected officials. The bulletin describes a heightened threat environment from domestic violent extremists who may be emboldened by the successful breach of the U.S. Capitol on January 6th.
Those who are supporters of those insurrectionists saw the photos, saw the videos that was all over social media of them. The fact that they achieved that is an inspiration to those of their followers who aren't there.
The warning says groups are motivated by the 2020 election results, perceived grievances fueled by misinformation, and anger over COVID-19 restrictions, and says it's concerned those same motivations will remain through the early part of this year. In addition to growing uneasiness about their safety in Washington, some lawmakers are also expressing concern about potential violence when they go back home. CBS News has learned more than 30 House lawmakers sent a letter to House leaders saying they're targets and asked to use their office allowances to pay for additional personal security while they're in their home districts. USA! The letter comes as the federal riot investigation hits a new milestone with more than 400 open case files. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
And that letter was signed by 31 House Democrats and 1 House Republican, Michigan Representative Fred Upton. The Madison Police Department launched its new community surveys this morning. It asked Madison residents to answer questions to help the department improve its service to the community. Each district has its own survey. You can find links to those on our website, channel3000.com. Applications for Dane County Sheriff are now open. Governor Tony Evers is seeking applicants to replace Dave Mahoney, who announced his resignation last week. He'll leave the position on May 8th. The new sheriff's term would go until January 2nd, 2023. Applications are available on the governor's website, evers.wi.gov, under the Apply to Serve tab. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon, and look at how much money Senator Bernie Sanders has raised for Vermont charities using his now iconic inauguration look. Stay with us.
Hurry in for the biggest mattress offers of the year at Ashley Home Store's Mattress Marathon Sale. Get the guaranteed best offer in all of Wisconsin on Tempur-Pedic and Beautyrest mattresses. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Menards carries everything you need to renovate your kitchen. Start your update with our huge selection of over 10,000 kitchen cabinet styles and finishes. Shop top brands with great features like soft closed doors and drawers, cabinet lighting, and more. Design the kitchen of your dreams for free in-store or at home with our You Create program on Menards.com. Save today on everything for your next project right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Toyota has overtaken Volkswagen as the world's best-selling automaker. Toyota sold 9.5 million vehicles around the world in 2020. That's compared to about 9.3 million vehicles delivered last year by Volkswagen. While the rise to the top is good news for Toyota, it doesn't mean it's out of the woods. Over the last year, the pandemic wiped out. The trading frenzy continues on Wall Street, and an inauguration snapshot turned $1 million meme. Diane King Hall has your Money Watch report.
After a big sell-off yesterday, stocks started today's session higher. One stock that is lifting off is American Airlines, but it's not because of its latest earnings report. It posted a loss of more than $2 billion. The stock got mentioned in the popular Reddit subgroup Wall Street Bets, and it is now soaring as retail investors try and go against the grain of Wall Street. Meanwhile, U.S. economic activity slowed in the fourth quarter. According to the Commerce Department, the economy grew just 4%. That is down sharply from a huge surge in the third quarter. A weekly snapshot of the labor market shows that companies continue to lose jobs. According to the Labor Department, 847,000 people filed for unemployment benefits last week. And the gloves are coming off for charity. Senator Bernie Sanders hit meme fame after a photo of him wearing woolly mittens and a puffy parka during the inauguration circulated on social media. It also led to a slew of merchandise rollouts featuring the now iconic image. The Vermont senator started selling Chairman Sanders merchandise last week to help raise money for charities in his home state, and sales helped raise $1.8 million in the last 5 days alone. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane Kinghall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 619 points. The NASDAQ up 204. S&P 500 gaining 76 points. The Green Bay Packers are thanking fans for their unwavering support. In a statement released today, the Packers recognized the challenges brought about by the pandemic that included not having kids at the Dream Drive bike ride to kick off training camp and not having a Packer house chanting "Go Pack Go." However, the statement says the team felt fan support from afar each time they took the field. Tokyo Olympics officials say getting the COVID vaccine will not be a prerequisite for those participating at the Summer Games in 2021. In a press briefing this morning, Tokyo officials said they expect vaccinations to make progress by the time of the Games scheduled for July. They hope as many people as possible will be vaccinated by this time. Vaccinations are said to be administered for athletes but would not be required. Ballerina Misty Copeland is teaming up with Ford in a new campaign for the Mustang Mach-E. Copeland made history as the first black woman to be a principal dancer at a prestigious dance company. Together, Copeland and Ford have launched a social media challenge called the Mustang Mach-E Show Some Muscle Challenge. The purpose is to encourage women to share personal stories of perseverance and resilience amid the pandemic, and then to nominate other women in their lives to show some muscle. Participants could receive a limited edition shirt created by artist Sydney James. Well, coming up next at noon, some sunshine today, but still cold. Chris will look ahead to your weekend forecast. We could see some more snow. Stay with us.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Keep a neighbor in crisis safely in their home during these difficult times by supporting and donating to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
Medical bills, missed time at work, life-changing injuries, household expenses. When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. But we've dedicated our personal injury law firm to help take this crippling burden off your back. Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Nice sleep center, Bob. But what is a Bobopedic?
I could tell you, but I'd rather show you.
Oh, Bob's got a feel for your budget.
They deliver right to your door. With 30 years of sleep experience,
the best warranty, and so much more.
Bob's Bobopedic, from your head down to your feet, it feels like no mattress you felt before.
Wow!
Uh-oh.
Bob's Bobopedic.
So I can get the latest phones free with no hidden requirements?
Yep. And do I have to get the most expensive plan?
Nope. No plan restrictions.
Okay, but we have to trade in our phones.
Right?
Right?
Nope. Keep your phones.
Did you say free phones?
Yep. The latest phone's free for you.
Okay,
Switch to US Cellular and get the latest 5G phones free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Get over $3,700 cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Attention, have you or a loved one suffered from maculopathy, a serious retinal injury, after taking the prescription drug Elmiron for interstitial cystitis or bladder pain syndrome? In 2018, a researcher at the Emory School of Medicine linked Elmiron, a prescription drug that treats interstitial cystitis or bladder pain syndrome, to maculopathy, which is sight-threatening and can cause an abrupt change of vision. Call Elmiron Justice for a free legal consultation.
Please call 800-395-6755.
COVID vaccines go under the microscope.
What exactly are these mRNA vaccines and how do they work?
News 3 Now gives you the facts
These are not live virus vaccines.
and puts common misinformation to rest. Tonight at 10. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
And it is time to check in with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee. Hi, Pam.
Hi there. Yeah, we're kind of watching some trends on the big picture as far as dairy is concerned. Earlier this week, we started to see a lot of product movement, and it's with good reason. So there was a December milk production report that came out. I had told you initially that Wisconsin saw our milk production go up about 3%. That also was the figure nationally. Milk production went up about 3%. Here's the kicker. There are 107,000 more milk cows in the United States this year than what we saw last year. That was a surprise to the market. I think everybody expected that with the pandemic and tight margins, that a lot of dairy farms had kind of thinned their herd, cut back, and now here we find we've got 107,000 more milk cows out there across the United States. And remember, those cows have more genetic potential in their bodies than some of the cows that we would have sold. So the story is that milk production is probably going to continue to go up. The other thing is, because kids are still largely learning in either a hybrid system or virtually, we're not getting that pump of consumer use for butter and cheese that we'd expected. So butter in our reserves are up 44% compared to last year. Cheese in reserve up 6% compared to last year. And the markets are still trying to work through those numbers even today. Speaking of numbers, stick around. Next week, we're going to be talking about the numbers of chicken wings, for example, that are going to be consumed during the Super Bowl, and also how you're shopping at your grocery store. I'll have that for you next week. We're going to run out of time today. As far as the dairy markets are concerned, for today in Chicago, barrel cheese dropped a penny, down to $1.39. 40-pound block cheese down a penny and 3/4 at $1.57.5. The AA butter down a penny and a quarter at $1.26 3/4. Just final quick shout out. Tonight, starting at 7 o'clock, we're going to have another beans and bulls session focused in on transition farming, kind of estate planning and economics. Starts at 7 o'clock. You can register for that. BadgerBean.com, and I'm going to be the warm-up speaker, if you will. I'm going to start you off about 10 minutes before 7 and give somebody a chance at a gift card. And then, Mark, the virtual conference compendium continues. Farmers Union having their virtual 90th annual convention this weekend. I'm so tired of bobbing heads.
Yeah, it's a whole new world. It's getting old.
For sure.
All right, Pam, we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Yep.
Here's Chris now. Bundle up if you're headed out. A little chilly out there.
It's Certainly things are chilly out there, Mark. Starting out below zero this morning. In fact, it was the first time this winter that our actual air temperature in Madison made it down below zero. So it's quiet, but a cold into this work week. But then we're watching that weekend storm potential, which continues to ramp up. And then we could see another snow chance as we move into next Thursday and Friday. But for now, the weekend storm potential, that's the one that we're focused on. We have alert days in the forecast starting late Saturday and Saturday night, and then again on Sunday morning. Right now, as a weather team, we're thinking about 3 to 6 inches of snow. We'll see how things begin to pan out, though, and I'll show you how things are trending in the world of weather data. Leading up to this storm, things are certainly going to be quiet. Doppler track is generally quiet. It's showing us a couple of flurries trying to show up throughout central parts of the state, but our air is relatively dry, so even that is not truly likely to make it towards the ground. Here's a wider view showing you the northern 2/3 of the country, and it's snow for everyone. Colder air is certainly in place right now. Our storm system in question is not on the weather maps yet, but it will be by the time we get you towards this time tomorrow, and it will be on the way, likely developing over the Midwest. So this is Saturday morning. Things are not all that impressive initially as snow begins to break out, but moving towards Saturday night, you see how this system starts to come together over the Great Lakes. Heavier snow will likely break out from parts of Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and into southern Wisconsin, and that'll likely linger into your Sunday. Now, this is Future Track Model 1. I want to show you that our models are starting to truly agree in what to expect. Future Track Model 2 also has similar timing. This is Saturday afternoon. It's just a tad slower, but by Saturday at 7:30, it has the storm together and it's working its way on in. Now, this particular model is known as the European. I can tell you it's updating right now, and I'm able to see how things are happening on my computer that you don't see. And one of the things that is of note is that it's trying to trend towards the north, and hold on to that thought. This is Future Track snow right here. It shows you once again that southern Wisconsin and right along that lakeshore could be the area that sees some of the heaviest snow. Here's a European model again. Now, this was the last run. It keeps the true heaviest of the snow just to our south, but the latest run that's coming in right now is trying to move that heaviest snow northward. We saw that happen with the last system, where at the last minute the heaviest snow came northward. This is why we watch these systems closely. 14 is our temperature right now. Wind chill of 6. 12 in Janesville right now. 18 in Mineral Point. Do bundle up as you head outside. We'll see those highs right around 18 degrees. Overnight tonight, we're cooling down to about 3 or 4. And then those clouds really begin to move in as we move through your Friday into your Saturday. And then here we are by the time we get you towards Saturday at 5:30. Snow starting to move in from the west by 11 o'clock. Widespread snow for all of us here throughout south central Wisconsin. We will fine tune the overall accumulations as we get closer, but nonetheless, it's enough that we have an alert day in the forecast for both Saturday and Sunday. Quiet for the start of the following week, but we're watching next Thursday and Friday as well. Mark?
Keep an eye on that. Thank you, Chris. We have some breaking news. The Madison Police Department is investigating an incident near the intersection of State and Lake Streets. That's right near Library Mall. UW-Madison sent out a whisk alert asking people to avoid the area. We'll have more information as this story develops on channel3000.com. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. We'll introduce you to our pet of the week, and we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
I make this all the time in the summer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I like it with soup or dipping it in chili. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how you would like it. When would you serve this?
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hurry in for the biggest mattress offers of the year at Ashley Home Store's Mattress Marathon Sale. Get the guaranteed best offer in all of Wisconsin on Tempur-Pedic and Beautyrest mattresses. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Only at Ashley Home Store.
After Monty was hurt, he knew to call Hupy and Abraham.
If you want to win, call Hupy and Abraham. They really do mean business.
Hupy and Abraham knows how to get you every dollar you deserve for your accident. Call now. The law offices of Hupy and Abraham are right here. Unique technological capabilities allow your claim to be processed by phone, text, or email without you ever having to leave your home. Contact the law offices of Hupy and Abraham. Get all the money you deserve.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true.
That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to go ahead and smile.
We hear much about what divides us, our differences. But today, America is coming together, as it always has. People rising to the occasion. Among them, the healthcare alumni of Herzing University, over 12,000 strong and growing. This is your opportunity to join Herzing, to make a difference. Together, you can start now. Find out how at herzing.edu.
A surprise party, a wedding proposal, an unexpected bonus at work. Some surprises are awesome, but this? Weather like this should never be a surprise. Not when you watch News 3 Now, where you get an accurate, reliable forecast, so you're never caught off guard by the weather. Need to get up early to shovel, add time to your commute, wear boots, rebook a flight? Let News 3 Now Firstborn Weather give you everything you need to know, so you can plan your life.
During the Friends and Family Sale at Ashley Home Store, save at least 30% and up to 54% off furniture doorbusters like these. Plus, take a bonus 15% off our sale prices at checkout and interest-free financing for 18 months. Only at Ashley Home Store.
It's really super moist, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to start off this segment by suggesting that today's recipe for baking cornbread would be ideal for this time of year, since it goes well with a big bowl of chili or a hearty bowl of soup. Then I said to myself, this is also perfect in the summer with fried chicken or when it's toasted on the grill next to our burgers. Either way, let me show you how easy it is to make, and then you can decide for yourself when it's best to serve. First of all, you know it's going to be nice and moist since it starts with a good amount of sour cream mixed with milk, an egg, and melted butter. After that's combined, we stir in some yellow cornmeal, flour, sugar, bacon bits, and a few basics. After we give this a mix, we'll pour it into a pan and into the oven it goes. When it passes a toothpick test, it's done. Now it's ready to be slathered with butter, dunked in our chili, or warmed up on the grill. And since it's studded with bacon, you just might make this your new breadbasket staple. To get the recipe for our baking cornbread, all you have to do is check out our website.
This is one of those recipes you hang on your fridge.
Since you'll be making it all the time, I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a year-round kind of way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, guys, thank you. It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week, a 2-year-old Lionhead rabbit named Fluffinator. She's sure to hop her way into your heart. Our friends at the Dane County Humane Society tell us this fluffy bunny is a bit shy, but after some time, she will snuggle up with you. If you're interested in adopting the Fluffinator or checking out other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org. Last week's pet of the week, a cat named Maisie, was adopted in a flash. With that face, it doesn't surprise me. And the Humane Society is hosting a fundraiser at Panera Bread tomorrow night. Grab dinner at Panera in Fitchburg from 4 to 8 p.m. and 20% of your purchase will help animals in need. Go to giveshelter.org to learn more and get the flyer or promo code to support DCHS. All right, here's Chris now. One final check of the forecast.
A little bit of cloud cover out there, Mark. day. Tomorrow we're warmer. Winds will be out of the south though. As winds come out of the south, what that does is that taps in to moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. That being said, as a disturbance comes our direction on Saturday, it's got the moisture to work with and the potential is there for accumulating snow again. That's why we have the alert days both Saturday and Sunday.